Older and Dumber.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Older and Dumber, the podcast about three dumb friends just trying to make it on this planet we call
Earth.
And today we are talking about why we love the underdog story. Why do we cheer harder for Rocky than we do for Superman?
Dude, I watched Creed the other night.
Is he an underdog?
Like Creed
Banger. Yeah, Creed.
with Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, the Rocky reboot.
Yeah,
It's
good.
not reboot, but
Creed was good. Why do we root for the small guy?
Because we're all the small guy.
Damn.
I feel like it's easy. It's like a lot easier to get the point across with the build up.
Yeah.
Because the underdog has that that training montage. You get that music and you're like pumped up. He's like running up the stairs, punching the meat.
Every underdog story has them running upstairs and punching meat. Did you know that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Stupid.
You get to see the human, come over, the human spirit.
The human spirit.
We talked about that before. The indomitable human
indomitable
spirit.
Like Hajime
Yeah.
Ippo.
Oh,
The
that's
Will
the
of
box
Fire.
thing. Oh, the Will of Fire.
Like the Will of Fire.
That's a good one. That's way better than whatever you just said.
Name a better anime underdog than Naruto.
Damn. Then
Was he?
he was definitely
Brother was on the
underdog.
swing.
Yeah,
Just think of all the swing
He had a
flashbacks.
nine-tailed fox inside him the entire time.
Yeah, but he didn't know how to
He
use
didn't even become
it.
homies with Ninetales to like the end.
That's true.
Not even the end of Naruto. He was barely became a friend just now where we are in Shippuden.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The end of everything.
Oh, yeah. that
I'm
makes
not
sense.
counting Boruto.
Oh.
Well,
Counting Boruto.
I don't know if you can say anything because you haven't finished Naruto. How do you know he
Oh
won?
my gosh.
Because Boruto
No,
exists.
doesn't.
Because
That's not real.
Boruto
They lost.
Oh,
They got put under the Mangekyo Sharingan.
I see, I
Damn,
see.
and it's all a dream.
So you're saying name an anime character that was a bigger underdog than Naruto. Can you do it?
Cowboy Bebop.
Spike was not an underdog.
I can't. No.
I don't think Spike was an underdog at all.
Was Gurren Lagann? Was that an underdog story? No. Yeah. No. Hajime Ippo.
I'd say Jonathan Joestar before he got super buff.
What are you talking about?
Before he got super buff, he
didn't
got his
have-
ass
he didn't have
kicked
Hamo.
by Dio.
What do you mean? He kicked Gio's ass in the fucking mansion.
Nah.
With the fire.
basi-
He 1v1 the vampire.
He basically, though, had
He wasn't a
to kill,
vampire yet.
he basically had to kill himself to do it.
Yeah.
He was badass.
That's an underdog. I don't know if it's better than Naruto, but it's an underdog.
Dude, when we went to the mansion to Young or with Harper, that's all I could think about was the beginning of
He
JoJo.
just got the first JoJo soundtrack going the whole time.
I don't even remember how that goes. Someone play it. Trying to think of some other underdog anime characters.
Can't.
I mean, there's
a lot
tons.
of them.
There's tons.
The
There's
guy
a lot
from
of
Black
them.
Clover.
I
Deku.
really spiraled this out of control.
But the question was, who's better than Naruto? We can name underdogs all day, but I don't know if there's one better than Naruto. That's a tough one to beat. I feel.
Bro,
like.
he's got the montage music.
Oh,
Hajime Ippo has the.
I still have to figure out what music is going to be for each of you guys. So I've been talking to Joey.
Okay.
From that, so what I'm going to do
Dangerous.
for the main campaign or for the online campaign for Waking Fates, you're each going to get Naruto music for if you guys turn.
Have a big comeback.
yeah,
in a
turn
fight.
the advantage in a fight.
Oh my goodness. Is mine Danny Phantom?
No, it'll be new music. But I gotta figure it out. Anyway, so we've kind of talked the ear off about what an underdog is and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the psychology of the underdog effect. A big thing about underdogs, which we've sort of
Rick
come
O'Connell
to,
in The
is
Mummy.
that's good. We see ourselves in
Air
the
Bud.
underdog. Air Bud, I hate you. I don't know if I see myself as a dog.
You don't see yourself. You don't got that dog in you.
10 toes in, brother. Oh, stupid. All right. We see ourselves.
Show me in the rule book.
Most of us aren't superheroes, okay? We're just trying to make it to rent. We're just trying to make rent.
every day.
Trying to make rent every day. So we see ourselves within these people, what become heroes after being the underdog. What's that sort of? Let's talk more about that. Why
I'll name
do
you
we
a
see-
superhero that's still an underdog, and that's Spider-Man.
You think he's an underdog?
Yeah, he gets his
And,
shit kicked in
yeah,
every
Peter
week.
Parker.
He's like, And
That's his
your
whole
girl is
thing.
dead. And you know what killed her? Your sperm. Dead.
What the?
That happened.
Yeah, that's real. It's canon.
So many different Spider-Men. I don't know if he can be Underdog. There's too many of them.
The fuck
Too many
is that?
different
All
ones.
of them are Underdog.
All of them are Underdog.
They're like, what's up, dog? And they're like,
I've seen some shit.
Do you guys remember the movie Underdog?
Okay, we keep spiraling out of control. You read your thing.
So anyway, seeing ourselves within the Underdog, and a big thing that I think we look at when we see underdogs is the thrill of the impossible. What makes it so fun for us to watch someone with the odds stacked against them win? What makes us like that? What makes us want to see that?
because we want to be the one standing 10 toes on business.
Yeah, we've all had, we build these fantasies up about ourselves in our head all the time. And then, don't we go home and play
Rocky's
video
the only
games or
reason I work
whatever.
out.
I was trying to hear the end of your statement and then hear his statement. What did you just say?
I said Rocky's the only, one of the reasons I work out.
Rocky's the reason you
Yeah, it
work out?
inspired me as a child.
It wasn't any of the Joe Stars or...
Well, I wasn't a child when I
Yeah,
watched
you didn't
those.
know.
Yeah, but you didn't work out when you were a
That
child.
put
When I
the
first started
seed-
doing
the
like fitness
seed
stuff,
of-
it was because the Rocky seed.
When he's out,
You're like,
when he's out climbing,
gotta walk upstairs and punch meat.
ice climbing the waterfalls.
Oh.
That's like Rocky IV when he's getting ready to fight Ivan Drago in Russia.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's good to have those stories because then, someone might think, oh, actually, I can be the person in the story. And then they start to be, do the comeback.
Mhm.
And then they're like, don't call it a comeback. And then they come back.
Yeah.
Come back. Well, then here's another question.
Just like a cat.
Here's another question
9 lives
very-
in stepping
those-
on braziers.
We're not gonna get away from it, so get ready for it. The entire episode. So now that you've said that, let's talk about essentially the idea of David versus Goliath.
Mhm.
It's the little guy beating the big guy.
It's like
blah,
the
blah,
original underdog story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
original
David had
Underdog
like
story.
a sling. Have you seen a sling? Those things will fuck you up, brother.
It's funny to think of like this badass. Just imagine like Dave Bautista, but he's 12 feet tall. He's just fucking killing everybody in the arena like it's nothing. He's like throwing people up into the stands.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking power
Ripping
bombing guys
them.
into alligators' mouths.
Oh yeah. Just looking at
And
them
this-
and
this
they
fucking-
freeze.
It's fucking like 90-pound soaking wet guys like,
But those things will fuck you up.
Oh!
and he just fucking falls over, kills like 5 guys when he hits the ground.
He's like, run, TTT! Run, TTT!
So the point being is that ever since David versus Goliath, which we're saying is the original Underdog
Yeah.
story, how are we still liking that? If every Underdog story is the same, why? What makes it?
Yeah, indomitable human spirit.
It goes back to that, we can put ourselves so easily into that position. We've all
It
been
gives us
held down
hope.
by bullies and the man and corpo scum.
But you got to remember, hold on to the wheel of fire.
And you can rise up.
So essentially, what we're saying is the story will never get old.
Yeah.
It'll always be with us. Doesn't matter that every movie is the same.
The hero's journey will work as long as you write a compelling character to put in it. And if you can make that character relatable, people will eat that shit up forever.
Nice. Okay. Let's talk about the best and funniest Underdog stories. Yeah, we were going to get to that. We didn't have to mention all the ones we already talked about.
So Spider-Man, the
Airbud.
Underdog.
Hold on. I have categories. All right, we're going to start with one that isn't one we've talked about so far, and that's classic sports moments or sports movies.
Oh, Airbud.
Damn it!
Rocky?
Rocky.
Damn it! What's other than those two?
Dodgeball, a true underdog story?
Oh,
It
Dodgeball's
has it in
good.
the subtitle.
Dodgeball's
What
good.
is it? Facing the Giants or whatever?
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans. Very
the
good.
wrestler?
Oh, the wrestler. Yeah. The fighter. That's a good one, too. It's funny. There's a lot of just like the something.
What's the
The
Field of
Underdog?
Dreams? Is that an underdog story?
Field of Dreams.
No, well, no, not really. Like,
What's the one I'm thinking of that is a baseball underdog story? Oh, it's the girl baseball team. What's that one? No crying in
League of Their
baseball?
Own? A
League of Their Own. That's what he says is there's no crying in baseball. But it's called A League of Their Own. That's I would say an underdog story
Tom
as well.
Hanks. He's like, are you crying?
Tombstone.
Are you crying?
Tombstone's not a sports movie.
Come on. 42.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We're not
so
actually talking about any of these. We're just listening.
we are just naming
I'm sure it's very
we probably
compelling.
we should have said more things about them. But anyway, now let's just talk about your favorite movie, your favorite underdog movies. Why do we care so much, or about a rat cooking in Ratatouille? What made that such an underdog story?
Not allowed in the kitchen, man. That's dirty. He could have been He could have been killed for his passion.
They'd never let a rat in the kitchen before, and that's what made it so uplifting. Because they're never in the kitchen.
I think we just like swelling music. Underdog movies have a lot of swelling music where it's like, if you listen to the Rocky theme song, it's like starts off
The
really
audio
low, it's like,
trigger.
dun, dun,
I love
dun, dun,
that.
dun, 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 and then it goes up and it swells, and you get like during the montage, you get the like, oh, now he's up, he's so good, and then he wins.
Yeah.
And all of that music is nom, nom, nom. Same with Air Bud.
All right, so here's the last one on this, and it's the underdogs that are so bad they're good. So I think the first one that comes to my mind is Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Essentially taking that shit team and then being like, you guys would never win anything. And then, they get better.
Sandlot.
They get a ringer. Sandlot. Bench warmers.
The Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen. So, okay, let's not do the same thing we just did. Say your movie and then why.
Dirty Dozen's like the original Suicide Squad, man. That's where that story came from. Is like these guys are like war criminals, and there's like a suicide mission. They get this old grizzled general, and they're like, all right, these guys are expendable. Nobody's coming back from this.
The Expendables.
And he's got to train them up. They got to go behind enemy lines, and then they come together, and there's the one scumbag. He get killed off screen. Get out of here. But for the most part, they come together. They complete the mission. A couple of them get out. They earn their freedom.
Okay. Carter, go back to your movie and say why.
I don't know why.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'll do my other one. Bench warmers. It's, three guys. It's one guy who's really good at baseball, and the other two nerds have no idea how to play baseball, but because he saw kids getting bullied, he's like, we're gonna make these kids good. And then they play baseball. A lot of these are going to be baseball
my
related.
favorite baseball one? I'm going to be honest.
Favorite baseball movie?
No, my favorite baseball
Air Buddies
underdog
2?
story.
Oh, okay, what?
No, that's basketball. South
said
Park,
Air
The
Buddies.
Losing Edge, where they're trying to lose the baseball tournament so they don't have to keep playing.
Oh, they just keep winning.
Yeah, and it's
because
got
none of the teams want to win.
Randy's got the whole montage where he does like the Rocky thing and gets bat.
We get Bat Dad. I thought this was America.
I didn't hear no bell. It's so good.
That's a good one. That's because none of the kids want to win. So all they do is try to lose.
Oh my God, they got really good at losing.
Is Christmas Vacation an underdog story?
I would say it kind of fits. Like it's Ralphie
Griswold,
against the world.
Oh no, he said Christmas Vacation, not Christmas Story.
He said a Christmas story, right?
No, I said Christmas Vacation.
Oh.
Did you mean to say? Did you mean
That's
to
the one
say
where he's
Christmas
dumping
Story?
the sewage out in the front
That's
street.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Sorry,
I would say
that's
that's not an underdog story.
I mean, Griswold gets put down in every turn.
yeah, but that's his
he's not
character through
correct.
everything,
Yes,
and
yeah,
that's
he's
what
not-
makes him relatable. And
Yes.
it's not like he's in a bad position. He sort of puts himself in these
right. And he's not trying to
positions.
like win something.
Yeah.
He's just like, I need the day to not
He
go
just needs
horribly.
to survive.
Yeah,
Objective
more of a survivor
survive.
movie.
It is,
It's a
'cause
survivor movie.
I don't know if you can call him an underdog because he always puts himself in the
He does?
scenario.
I don't know if he
Does.
invited his in-laws or the guy with the.
But he invited everyone else.
Yes.
Eddie just shows up.
Yes, yeah. Eddie
Because-
just shows up and
Everyone else does.
yeah, and oh man,
But his whole thing is like, oh, I want to have this big family Christmas
Right.
like I had when I was growing up. I'm going to invite everybody over. I've got all
Right.
these big dreams, all these big plans, and he's got it all planned out. Like he's got it worked out in his head how it's going to work. And
Yeah.
everything just goes wrong.
yeah, man makes plans and God laughs.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's not quite an underdog. It's a survivor movie.
It really is.
Big time.
Die Hard's an underdog.
Yeah, I would say Die Hard's an underdog movie, big time. I mean, he's fighting against
He's got no
ridiculous
shoes.
odds.
He's got a tank top on.
yeah.
He's got
Air
one
Force
gun
One.
with like 13 bullets.
Oh, Air Force One.
Dude, Air Force One is so
We
good.
could see that. Yeah, I'd see that as
Let's
a
watch Air
potential
Force
underdog
One
story.
right now.
Get off my plane. Get off my plane. This is your plane?
I have your family, and I have your baseball glove.
All right, I think that's all we have, guys. Tell us about...
Did we do it? Do you understand underdog stories
I
now?
don't think so. Probably not.
May put
it's-
Underdog, the character from Hanna-Barbera,
Yeah.
on the screen.
And then The Underdog, the live-action one. That movie's so wild. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Tell us about your underdog stories or what underdog stories you love the most and, all that good stuff.
Name a better underdog in anime than Naruto. I challenge you to put in
Hajime
the
Ippo.
comments.
Wrong. Anyway, thank you guys so much for
You know
joining
how
us.
long it would have taken Naruto to catch 10 leaves?
So long.
The guy couldn't put his sandals on.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Older and Dumber, the podcast about three dumb friends just trying to come up in this world we
Started
call
at the bottom, now we on the top.
At the
pla-
bottom.
now on this planet we call
Earth.
Earth.
us
so
the
bad.
underdogs. We're trying to learn. We're the underdogs. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe if we do it-
we should have
maybe
made
if we
this
do
whole
it-
episode of training montage.
Maybe if we do it one more time.
He left.
Three dumb friends trying to make it on this planet we call
Earth. See, he left.
You got better. He's the underdog still.
He's the traitor in Dirty Dozen.
Yes. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Hey there, dipshits. It's me, Joey, a.k.a. Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Eagle Eagle.
We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew, be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club, and you're invited.
Throw Dipshits mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of Older and Dumber craziness. See you there.
Now my stand! Fade to black!